Hello, friends. Okay, so I'm just about to go and work out, so you have to excuse my workout clothes. But I wanted to get this recorded before I went. We are talking about divorce. Uh, as you know, if you have followed my story, I was married for 5 years. And the thing for me, the most difficult thing for me was that as we were separating, from the point when we said, okay, this is not going to work, to the point when we actually got the divorce, I felt like I was relating with somebody I had never known. I mean, this man just seemed to have changed completely 180 degrees. And I could not understand the amount of anger and what I saw as hatred coming from somebody who had been my friend for a very long time. And because of that, then I started questioning myself. Number one, was this all in my head? Yes, I know I was married to him, but I still thought maybe it was all in my head because women, we have relationships in our heads, and this is why they always tell you until a man declares something, it does not exist. Until he says it, it does not exist. And they say this for our own good because we take something really small and then we build it up into this castle that doesn't actually exist. Um, so I thought this is what I had done because I could not believe somebody who I had been intimately related to for so long, and we had walked through some pretty sticky things, that he would then just disregard our relationship completely and act like he was dealing with a stranger who tried to steal his house or something. You know what I mean? Um, his anger levels, the things he said and did, what I saw as intentional disrespect to put me down, are things I did not think I deserved. And I questioned myself. My levels of sense of self-worth plummeted like you would not believe. I did not think there was anything attractive in me, outside, inside. I did not think I was a good person. I thought I had somehow lost my way and I didn't even realize it, and that is why this person disliked me and disrespected me so much. Um, and this went on for years. So it took me like 3 years to even allow a human being to look at me in a way that suggested he was interested. If I ever met anybody who did that, I would flee, like I would run for the hills and I would shut them down in not a good way because I did not think I was worthy. And so, if somebody looked at me like they thought I was worthy, then they were a liar and a cheat, and that's how I treated them. It's only later on in life, very recently, which is like, I think it's been 8 years since. And it's only recently in life that I'm beginning to realize that the issue was not that he disregarded the relationship we had. The issue was that how he was processing what had happened. It's very different from how I was processing it. I'm the kind of person who, if you are my friend and we fall apart, whatever secrets you told me will stay with me. I will not try and run around and make you look stupid to other people. I will protect the person I knew for as long as I knew them. And if I knew you for those 5 years, I will protect you forever because of those 5 years that I knew you. So that is where I was coming from. And so even when the relationship was failing, I actually did not really talk to anybody. I did not talk to my family. I did not talk to my friends. I just kind of like caved in. I isolated. I didn't discuss it. I didn't, because, okay, number one, I was feeling shame. And number two, I did not want people to think this person I was with was this horrible character. So I kept quiet and I protected him even beyond that relationship. Now, for him, how he was dealing with it was kind of like in the reverse. Like, this person I feel has betrayed me for XYZ. And because they have betrayed me, then nothing of what we had could be true. Therefore, I must destroy everything. So he was on a rampage, destroying everything. I felt that way. And I felt like because he was doing that, ergo, it had never meant anything to him in the first place. So now I think it's probably not true. We probably were just going through the same amount of pain from different perspectives and dealing with it from those different perspectives. So one of the topics, this topic that we're doing this week, which honestly, guys, is something that we really just need to openly talk about. Separation, divorce, broken relationships. People are going through this left, right, and center. And the worst thing is when we uphold judgment towards these people, or the whispering behind people's backs. And it is such a real thing in Kenya today. And I'm not even going to talk about the world. I'm just going to talk about Kenya. It is such a real thing in Kenya today, happening to good, decent people whose only wish and want was that they would survive and they would make it and they would be happy in the homes they chose. So that is not happening for a number of people. And I think the more we try and sugarcoat all these things, the worse it becomes, and we're not helping anybody and we're not healing anybody. Men generally don't talk, men act out. And that is probably also why my ex behaved the way he did. I mean, I didn't talk either, but women, we have our ways of processing our emotions, whether it is that tub of ice cream or crying, like you will never breathe again, or just hanging out with your girlfriends and not really saying what is wrong, but at the same time, they know what is going on with you. Men don't have that. So they act out. And I think it's important for what is behind the acting out to be voiced. So that if you are going through a divorce, male or female, you kind of like have a mirror and you can compare your mirror to other people's mirrors. If you're a woman, you can understand, most likely this man is acting out, and you can understand why he's doing that, and not then make him to be a beast, because he's not a beast. He's just somebody who's trying to get through something just like you. And if you're a man, you can, number one, understand your emotions better. And number two, be considerate of this person you claim to have loved. Mostly she's the mother of your children. She has been your friend. You have shared things and secrets and intimacies with her. And you can learn to be considerate of her despite what is happening with you. So for the next week, the clips that we're going to play are going to be this conversation. Please feel free to comment and ask questions, or even share your own story, because this life we're all sharing together. Yeah, that's what I came to say today. So I hope to see you for that show. Don't be shy, and let's keep on unraveling the raw truth. This is Life with Mona. Mwah.